Welcome to Training in the Trenches with Anisha Barora. This is my first voiceover for a training log, and it happens to be the mock powerlifting meet that Jeron and I did on Wednesday. So this was in place of a Woo Wednesday. We didn't decide to do it until Monday afternoon, and we had absolutely no preparation because we have not trained the competition lifts in over a year. I think the last time I did a straight bar squat, which is what I'm warming up on here, was December of 2019. And so coming into this, I did not have a lot of high expectations. I didn't expect to see a smile on my face in a squat rack. I have in the past had issues with the squat, issues with shoulder mobility. It almost always put me in pain. And so why mess with that? And there was, the squat is technical to me in my brain. It's a technical lift. Even though some people might say the bench press is more technical. I don't know. I just know that for me, the squat has been traditionally the hardest lift. And to be able to get under that bar and not be in pain was huge to me. And I attribute that to the training that Jeron and I have been doing, which even though it wasn't powerlifting training, it's actually been foundational movement pattern training, meaning we were training things like rolling over, rocking, crawling, gait pattern, basic walking patterns, running patterns. And we've been working on things to improve posture and muscle integration and muscle coordination. And all of that paid off in ways that I didn't expect. I came into this expecting to be nowhere near my best in competition lifts. And I was actually kind of blown away. So for the squat, my best in competition was in September of 2019. And my squat was 187.4 pounds. In this meet that Jeron and I did, I had 205 pounds on my back. It would not have counted in a comp because I was a couple inches high. One of the things I look for in a squat is depth, meaning do your hips go below parallel of your quads? And sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. The weight that I hit it at last was 165 pounds. These are still warm-ups. It wasn't until I got to the other bar that we started counting the lifts. So 165 is where I last hit depth, but I've never even attempted to squat 205 in a comp at all. So doing that was a big deal for me. No shoulder pain was a big deal for me. Being able to smile at the end, also a big deal for me. And I attribute all of that to the programming and the training that we have been doing, even though it hasn't been as exciting for either of us as powerlifting training. There is something for me about having a heavy weight on my back or in my hands and being able to move it and move it well. I enjoy it, I need it, and I could definitely tell that my body needs it. I'm going to do a video later that talks about why Jeron and I made Cynical TV and why it's so important to me. And it has a lot to do with what powerlifting and being coached in a relationship with someone who gets to the heart of why you're lifting, how that coaching relationship combined with moving heavy weights helped me through a lot of stuff. So I'm looking forward to making that video, so I won't really get into all of that here. I wasn't struggling to get out from under the bar. I was struggling to get out from under the bar and listen to Jeron at the same time. So, I'm telling you all this, how much better I move, and then it looks like I can't get out from under the bar, which is kind of funny to me. Anyway, back to powerlifting. Yeah, I realized one of my problems with depth has been my belt. Now, I'm not blaming the belt, but because the belt hits the top of my butt, as soon as it does that, I stand back up. Well, it does that about 2 inches high consistently, since I consistently wear it in the same place. So I learned that I need to work on my eye line, and I need to work on not allowing that to be my cue for depth. And so I have a lot of other things to work on in the squat as well, but that was just, it was fun. It was a lot of fun doing this. It was a lot of fun squatting again. I don't think a month ago you could have told me that I would be saying I had fun squatting, but I did. It was nice to see the continuity in the muscle communication. I've never felt this good head to toe lifting ever. And I've also never been able to do a full grip. So you see my hands are wrapped around the bar. Because of shoulder mobility issues, I have traditionally had my pinky under the bar as well. So it was thumb and pinky under the bar, and then my middle 3 fingers around the top of the bar, just to help take pressure off my shoulder, and I didn't need to do that, which was nice, especially since this bar is 10 pounds heavier and has a larger diameter than the bar you saw me warming up on. So yeah, it was all good. This is also the first time I've ever used wrist straps on a squat, and that helped me too. Helped me keep my hands in place, but it gave me a sense of security. And so whether that's why people use wraps traditionally or not, it was really helpful for me, and I'm looking forward to learning more about that. The bench press. The bench press is my favorite lift. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't record the warm-up sets on this, or all the warm-up sets on this. I did a couple sets on the bar just to get used to having it in my hands again. I didn't need as much on the bench press as I did on the squat. I got under the bench press bar with a lot more confidence. It was fun. My hips were more open because I squatted before the bench. That is not usually how I bench. Usually we do upper body on a separate day from lower. But it's also the first time I've got really, really good leg drive and lat engagement, which is very important on a bench press. A lot of people don't realize that it's not all upper body strength on a bench. If you want to get the most strength and the most weight possible, this is a head-to-toe lift, and I love it. Probably the best moment of my very brief lifting career was in September of 2019, when I got the state record for bench press for my age and weight class. And I beat that here, which was also nice. So in September, on September 20th, 2019, I weighed 245 pounds. That matters. My squat was 187.4, my bench was 154.3, and my deadlift was 242.5 pounds. Those were the best numbers I've ever had in comp, and I think I've competed 4 times since I started lifting in April of 2018. In this mock meet with Jeron, first I'll pause for a second. This is 160 pounds, and what happened is my lat cramped, and my brain went haywire. I was like, what am I doing? Oh no. But in this, I'm about 25 pounds heavier, and you'll see it really impacted my deadlift a lot, because I think all of it's in my belly. But my best squat to depth was 165 pounds. My bench was 160, and my deadlift was 250. What you're seeing, I'm taking 185 pounds several times here, trying to figure out my leverage, because with the extra 25 pounds in my stomach, I can't get the leverages that I used to get, and so I can't stand as close to the bar. One of the things that can happen in a mock meet that would not ordinarily happen in a real competition is my coach can come up and show me the difference. He can walk me through what I'm doing wrong, how to correct it, and that's what Jeron's doing here. It's kind of just talking me through why the bar's not moving the way I want it to. And another thing we realized, and we talk about this, we did a recap video that will be on Cynical TV, but we did a recap video on Friday to talk about this. And in the deadlifts, first time that my grip has ever given, and it was at the 250 pound mark, that my grip was just like, I could feel my thumbs just go, yeah, no. And so Jeron and I talked about it. I've been using a double overhand grip, which is basically just, well, you'll see it. I'm just grabbing the bar with my hands facing forward. I'm not doing anything special with my thumbs. It's just grab the bar, stand up. And there are stronger grips. And one of the things Jeron told me is, I said, I've been so happy with my grip, and he's like, all that means is that your grip has been the strongest part of you, and now your body's finally getting stronger than your grip, so you need to use a stronger grip. So I will be learning a mixed grip and a hook grip when we start training on Monday. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe not so much the hook grip, but I've done it once or twice before, just never consistently. So all in all, this was an amazing experience. We know where we're starting at, and Jeron has rewritten a new powerlifting program, and we start that Monday. So it's going to be good, and I'm very excited about it. I'm excited to see our progress, and excited to have something quantifiable. We're going to do these mock meets on a regular basis just to assess progress. And yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informational, and we'll see. I'm sure I will continue to get better at these as time goes on.